Hello and welcome to today's video. Today we'll be discussing the Shanquella Robinson case, a disturbing and heartbreaking story that has captured the national attention. Shanquella Robinson is a 25-year-old woman from Charlotte, North Carolina. She was found dead in San Jose Del Cabo, Mexico, while on vacation with 6 acquaintances from university. Shortly after Shanquella Robinson's death, a viral video emerged on social media depicting another woman severely beating her in her hotel room while 2 spectators in the room recorded the incident. Her family has been desperately searching for justice for their daughter as Shanquella Robinson's case remains unsolved. In this video, we will look at the details of the case, explore the events leading up to Shanquella's death, and the family's ongoing search for justice. So sit back, grab a snack, and let's delve into the mysterious and heartbreaking case of Shanquella Robinson. But before we get started, you know the drill. Please hit the like button so that this video will be recommended to other viewers on the platform. We need to help this family get justice for their daughter. Please subscribe to my channel and turn your notification bell on so you'll be notified when I go live or drop new content. Let's go! Shanquella Robinson is a sweet, young, 25-year-old successful entrepreneur. She graduated from a historical black college. She was the founder of a women's fashion clothing line called Exquisite Boutique, and she owned a hair braiding salon for children called Exquisite Kids. She was the type of child any parent would hope their child would turn out to be. She traveled to a resort town of San Jose Del Cabo, Mexico with 6 university travel companions for a weeks-long vacation in a luxury apartment on October 28, 2022. Within 24 hours of their arrival, the 25-year-old was dead. Miss Robinson's friends delivered her suitcases to her heartbroken parents Bernard and Salamandra in Charlotte, North Carolina, and claimed that Shanquella died of alcohol poisoning after a day of heavy drinking. The story was later discredited when the autopsy was released on November 10, 2022. The autopsy revealed that Miss Robinson had suffered a severe spinal cord injury and a broken neck 15 minutes before her death. On November 15, 2022, horrifying footage emerged online of a naked Shanquella being brutally beaten in a resort hotel room. In a roughly 20-second long clip, a female approaches Shanquella and knocks her to the ground and brutally punched and kicked her. A naked prone Shanquella slumps defenselessly to the floor. In the background of the video, you can hear a man who seems to be filming the attack taunt Shanquella while doing nothing to intervene. The man said, and I quote, "At least fight back or something." Seriously? I don't know how this so-called friend could sit there and film instead of trying to do something to stop the attack. She would be alive today. Shanquella's father, Bernard Robinson, verified that it was his daughter in the footage in an interview with TMZ. Mr. Robinson said he believes that the attack was premeditated by the people Shanquella thought were her friends. Look at the pain in this man's eyes. Shanquella was his only child. We need more people talking about this. We need to help this man get justice for his baby girl. The disturbing clip of the attack went viral on social media, and in the face of the apparent inaction of the authorities, the hashtag #JusticeForQuella soon began trending on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. Since then, major discrepancies have emerged between the Mexican authorities' official account of what transpired before Shanquella's death and what others claim happened that night. A police report revealed emergency responders treated Shanquella in her apartment for nearly 4 hours before she died. In that report, police claimed that the alarm was first raised at 2:23 p.m. on October 29th, just one day after Miss Robinson and her friends arrived at the luxury resort. A doctor arrived an hour later at approximately 3:30 p.m. local time to find Shanquella verbally unresponsive. Not long afterwards, she suffered a seizure. The police report also states that friends refused the doctor's recommendation that Shanquella be transferred to a hospital. They insisted that Shanquella remain at the resort. At 4:20 p.m., the police document states that Shanquella started having seizures. Around half an hour later at 4:49 p.m., the doctor noted that Shanquella was struggling to breathe and her pulse had lowered. The doctor began administering CPR after detecting Shanquella no longer had a pulse. At that time, Winter Donovan, one of the female friends in the traveling party, called 911, the report states. Shanquella went into cardiac arrest, after which the doctor repeatedly administered 14 rounds of CPR and gave her 5 doses of adrenaline and 6 charges of a defibrillator. These efforts were in vain, and she eventually was pronounced dead at 5:57 local time. This 4-hour-long saga seems in direct opposition to the death certificate, which describes Shanquella dying just 15 minutes after suffering a broken neck. Indeed, it's unclear if the doctor who treated Shanquella was aware that she was suffering from a catastrophic spinal injury or whether her friend's insistence that she had alcohol poisoning affected the treatment she was given. You know what? I'm having a very hard time believing that the doctor seriously thought that she was treating Shanquella for alcohol poisoning. According to previous reports, Shanquella's mother said that her daughter had a split lip, bumps and bruises all over her face, and that it was very evident that her child had been through a very violent attack. So I don't understand how the doctor didn't see clear signs of trauma on her head and face. On the 23rd of November, prosecutors in Mexico issued an arrest warrant for one of the traveling group members. The suspect has not been officially named. The prosecutor in the state of Baja California Sur said based on the evidence, the attack was not based on a quarrel, but instead the attack was based on direct aggression. According to the Baja California Sur prosecutors, procedures such as the Interpol alert and the request for extradition from the United States to Mexico has been issued. Due to many inconsistencies and conflicting accounts about what took place from the suspects and the authorities in Mexico, the FBI's Charlotte Field Office opened its own investigation into Shanquella's death. The doctor who attended to Shanquella in Mexico and the 2 police officers who wrote the original police report are also reportedly under investigation by Mexican authorities. Additionally, the Baja California Sur Attorney General's office is investigating Shanquella's death as a possible femicide, which is a form of gender-based violence. The Department of Justice announced on Wednesday that the federal authorities conducted an autopsy on Shanquella in North Carolina. The Mecklenburg County Medical Examiner's Office was unable to determine a cause of death. The autopsy conducted in America shows that Shanquella's spine was not broken, despite reports of an autopsy done in Mexico. The autopsy showed that Shanquella had no skull fractures. However, there was evidence of a hematoma, which is bruising, around Shanquella's forehead. The autopsy report conducted in America determined that Shanquella died of a concussion and injuries to the brain, i.e. brain swelling. Shanquella did not die of a broken neck, as reported in Mexico. Based on the results of the autopsy and after careful deliberation and review of the investigative materials by the U.S. Attorney's offices, the federal prosecutor informed the Robinson family on Wednesday that the available evidence did not support a federal prosecution. The death certificate classified Shanquella Robinson's death as accidental or violent, noting that the approximate time between the injury and death was 15 minutes. I'm sorry, but the Department of Justice has convicted people on far less evidence. I mean, there's a whole video showing a large woman tossing around a much smaller woman, tossing her around by her neck and proceeding to punch and kick her about the head. What more evidence do you need? I mean, the Mecklenburg Coroner's Office said Shanquella died due to concussion and injuries to the brain. There's a whole video showing someone making those concussions and injuries to her brain. Why can't we get an arrest? What's going on? Additionally, what are we supposed to believe? Why did the coroner in Mexico say that Shanquella's neck was broken if it wasn't? So we have conflicting reports. The American coroner says that her neck was not broken, and coroners in Mexico are saying her neck was broken. Then we have the conflicting police report that doesn't add up or align with the coroner's report in Mexico. The police report says that Shanquella died 4 hours after she was hurt. But if you ask the coroner in Mexico, the coroner says that she died 15 minutes after receiving her injuries, which also seems to align with what the coroner in America is saying. Shanquella's mother said that her daughter went to Mexico with $10,000 and now that money is missing. During the investigation in Mexico, it was discovered that the doctor who attended to Shanquella is $5,000 richer. So it appears to me, in my opinion, that Shanquella's travel companions used her vacation money to bribe people so that they would help them cover up her murder using her own money. Shanquella is not the only black person to be killed in Mexico while on vacation. Mexico seems like a very unsafe place to travel, and I don't know why people insist on traveling there. I say don't travel to Mexico until Shanquella Robinson's case is resolved. Time for a boycott. Don't spend your hard-earned money in that country until we get justice for Shanquella's family. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for watching. I hope you found the video informative. If you enjoyed the content, please consider liking the video and subscribing to my channel for more videos like this. I appreciate your support and feedback, so feel free to leave me a comment below and let me know your thoughts. And don't forget to hit the notification bell to stay updated on my latest uploads. Once again, thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you next video.